want to see. Does anybody find it cold? It's not bad.
I've been watching, so.
I've been turning it on, but I don't think there's any
Oh,
heat.
the heat, you don't think it's on, eh?
Yeah.
Not working.
No, I've been turning it on, but yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's...
what I mean.
Because it would be warmer.
But we're all dressed.
Yeah.
We're
No.
dressed for the cold.
No, there's no heat back there. It makes a noise, but there's no heat. But it's not bad.
No,
Yeah, it's
no.
not bad.
No, luckily today's a good day.
Imagine if it was minus,
If it was
sir.
30 minus, it would make a difference.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What bus did you have yesterday?
I can't remember.
7982, I think
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
right. Yes, thanks.
Uh,
That's what it was.
I always check what bus do you have, even if I'm not out on a day. I just get
Yeah,
curious.
you do.
Now they're starting to roll these out of VT again. You're getting lucky.
Yeah. What $50 ticket? What ticket
It's
did you get?
the Lucky Lines.
Again.
Again, yeah, this one is a $4 one. And the one I won last time, 50, was the $7 one.
Oh, right, and it's called Lucky Line.
Yeah, the Lucky Lines.
Right.
Oh, did you hear on the news one lady got dragged by one of her buses?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard that.
oh, that was
That's sad.
yeah.
I couldn't believe it. She must have been running and came up on a pile of snow.
Yeah.
It was on the Max Purple and one Force Lawn stop
Wow.
on 17 Ave there.
Yeah, right. No, I took one cool cushion home with me last night, Ethan, and I found 2 more today, 3 more actually.
We're riding with you to Fish Creek, then I'm doing another route. I'll be back on about 5.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
How is this up the hill?
It's actually very smooth. Not overly fast, but it's definitely as good as a lot of the other buses I had, like the one on Monday. It's smooth. It's really nice.
Remember the one you had last Thursday? That was good up the
Yes, it
hill.
was, yeah.
Almost too good. I wonder how Cliff's doing in Airdrie. Did you hear anything?
No, once he goes back, I don't have any contact with him.
Unless you get a hold of...
My daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to get him on her cell phone. But unless I need to, I don't need to unless it's an emergency.
How about the store thing? Are you him going to the store? He said he's taking too long?
Yeah, it's too far away, he says, but I didn't think it was.
That sign is messed up.
Which side? Oh yeah, it is. It works good enough that people can take it.
Yeah.
406.
Yeah. I hate some of our old 77s. You can barely see the signage
Yeah, that's right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Why is that? It just dims out over the years? It shouldn't do that.
No. Sometimes if you shut the bus down and restart it, it works okay.
I know that's what our shuttles are good for. Their sign is nice and bright.
Yeah, that's right. Does anybody, you can use the front door.
I will.
Yeah, that would be better. There we are. You take care.
Thank you. Have a good day. See ya.
Bye-bye.
You haven't been late at all. You've been on time ever since.
Yeah.
After the snow. Look at the pile they have there.
Annie, are you going to buy a ticket on the Lotto Max for Friday?
Did I buy one?
No, are you going
Oh,
to?
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Are you drawing on Saturday, George? Your tickets?
Yes, I'll have something. I've got a little something for tonight.
Good luck.
I didn't do good last night.
Lights, right? It was the light you had to brake her.
A little bit. Yeah, it's 32 million. It was carried over. So now it's 32 million on Lotto Max. I might wait.
Hmm? Wow. Yeah, you told me.
Go into mid-to-port?
Number 12, yes. Depends on where in Midnapore, but I do.
Okay.
There we are. Good, thank you so much. Do you still need it?
Yeah, well, just in case.
When you did 52, it also went to Mindapore, right?
Yeah.
When you did 52?
Does they want my bus? I don't know. Just give me a minute. Station? Yes, I am. Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hey, George, another 10, 15 cents.
10, yeah.
Get ready for Saturday. I'm gonna be on it. Football.
Oh, yeah. Now, when did the Bears play? On Saturday? No, Saturday night is Tampa Bay. I want to see that game.
I'll be on that one. Saturday Night Football.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay game is the one I want to see.
Who are they playing again?
They're playing Washington. That's what I heard.
Oh, Washington's not gonna be very happy.
Well, no, the game's over already. They lost. You're not going to beat Tom Brady. He's going to the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Annie. Good luck to you.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks. No, Tom Brady, he's determined. He's going to. I think that's part of the reason that he got on that team, because the Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay.
Man, it might be them in Buffalo. It could be very...
Well, I've got a feeling that Tom Brady's going to win the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay for the city. It's just ironic that he went to that team when the Super Bowl is in Tampa
So
Bay.
he could try to get his 7th ring.
Yeah.
Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that's right. But I think he mainly is doing it for the city.
How
did he end up picking Tampa Bay? He could have gone to any team he wanted. That's the funny thing, that he picked Tampa Bay, and that's where the Super Bowl is. Doesn't matter. There we are. You take care.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Bye.
I don't know how they switch it up. You get a bunch of 77s. Now you're getting quite a few of these
Yeah,
again.
that's right. The Bears are playing Sunday. I don't know what time yet, but they're playing Sunday against New Orleans. And the odds are really low of beating New Orleans. Almost zero.
Who's playing New Orleans?
The Bears?
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's Drew Brees. And
You
they've
gotta
got them-
play. You gotta play like a Hall of Famer
Well,
quarterback.
exactly. That's exactly right.
I've seen crazier things happen, but it's Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
got Alvin Kamara at running back.
Yeah, that's right. No, the odds are really low. The Bears have a good defense, and Trubisky has shown that he can step up to the plate,
But he panics if he can't get out of
that's
it.
it. And he's just an okay quarterback. Overall, he's just okay. And Drew Brees is a great quarterback. And an okay quarterback is never going to be a great quarterback. You know, it just doesn't.
He's not Aaron Rodgers, that's for
Exactly.
sure.
That's why they lost to Green Bay. I knew they would.
They lost the last two times.
Yeah, they did. Well, Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. Literally. There's Tom Brady.
He's a
Aaron
Super Bowl champ. Don't forget about that. Only once, but
Yeah.
he's got it.
Yeah,
Do you go by Mindapore Mall?
I do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome. You take care. Yeah, no, there's a handful of quarterbacks, and only a handful that are great. And you've got Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger for Pittsburgh, Drew Brees. Drew Brees is way up there, but very close with the others. Tom Brady, who's that guy you said Green Bay? Aaron Rodgers. Those are the three main ones, Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, and Aaron Rodgers. Those three are right at the top.
You would have to put Breeze at number 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's just, yeah. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Roethlisberger are all number 1, and I would place Drew Brees about number 3 myself.
You would have to.
I wouldn't place him much less than 3. There's not a lot of people between Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Roethlisberger. There's not a lot between them and Drew Brees. I don't even know of anybody. There's a couple of guys.
Oh, the Steelers play the Browns this weekend.
Wow, the Browns, the odds are very low that they're going to win. They're not a bad team. They're a good team. Buffalo, now there's a good team.
There's a team that actually can be very dangerous.
Yeah, I'd like to see Green Bay play the Buccaneers. Now that would be a great team.
I won't be Brady's friend that day.
Whoa.
Brady's so hard to beat.
Well, Washington, that's unfortunate that it's Washington because we already know.
You could at least give the Saints and Brady. Breeze would give him a go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's just a few teams that would really be good competition for Tom Brady.
Or even Buffalo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, Buffalo, that would be a great game. Yeah.
If Washington beats the Buccaneers, I will be shell-shocked.
If what?
If Washington comes up with the win, I will be shocked.
Oh, so would I. That's why I'm going to watch it. The odds, they only have right now, I would give them about a 3% chance of winning, really. I mean, you're looking at the greatest quarterback in the NFL, and then, not only is he the best quarterback, he's playing for the Buccaneers, and the Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay.
Have you ever driven some of the industrial routes or no? Over your years?
Yes, absolutely. I used to do the 73 years ago, and that went out to, I wish I could remember what road that is. Boy, it's been so long since I've done that. It's a really long road, way out there in the middle of nowhere. And I've done that before. Past 57th Street. Way over there. Anyhow, the route 72, 73 used to go way out to that industrial.
I notice a lot on the 70 routes. The 76 has got a lot of work on them routes.
Yes, that's it.
And 79 Acadia, Oak Ridge,
Yeah.
they got on there quite a bit.
That's right. Yeah, those are old routes now. I did them forever. Wow.
The GMC Jimmys, I didn't see them on the industrials very often.
No, that's right.
The express routes, 81, and then school runs.
Yeah, that's right.
And then AM rush.
Yeah.
And then AM PM rush.
That's it.
Did you ever have to get called on express route before? You weren't scheduled to do that one?
Did I ever what?
Get called up on to do an express route even though you weren't scheduled to?
Not that I wasn't scheduled to. When I was on Spareboy, you would just phone in for your work.
Yeah.
And on several occasions, they put me on an express route. Once to Silver Springs, and I had no idea where it was, where it was going. But it was okay because you get out there and you pick up your first passenger, and they would help you. But yeah, a few times we have a little pocket schedule with a map on it, which was not much really.
You must have only did a couple runs because it only runs for
No,
so
I
long.
did a number of them. When I first started, you were on Spareboard. I was on Spareboard for about 3 years, and they run you all over the city day and night.
Like, for example, if you were still on Spareboard, you'd be doing this route today and maybe 159 Saddlebrook tomorrow,
That's
just
right.
for example.
Yeah? No?
And then obviously not even just 159 Saddlebrook, you might be doing another route in one day, multiple.
Oh, absolutely.
You do
no.
Saddlebrook for one run, then you go and do 71 Taradale.
Oh, and Ethan, I tell ya, that one day when drivers were signing up and I was on Spareboard, I did 5 different routes that day.
Wow.
And that was all within about 5 or 6 hours. 5 different routes.
Was it the same bus or a different bus?
A different bus. Oh, they were all different routes, different buses.
So you got, it must have been nice to get a different bus every time.
Well, they were all Jimmys. So it wasn't really that different. Just a different bus number, like whatever it was.
Different gear,
But,
maybe
yeah,
a
but they were
little.
all basically the same because they were all Jimmys 3-speed automatic.
But say if, like, with all the buses we have now, you would get a different bus every time.
Yeah, that's right. Once the MCIs came in, then we had a little variety. But when I first started, basically almost every bus was just a Jimmy.
And then Orion.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the Orions. I didn't see them very often though, when I first started.
Where did they drive them mostly?
They put them on number 8 Burns Avenue. Really quiet routes. That's where they put the Orions mostly. I had an Orion all the time on a Route 95 Evergreen.
Route 95 Evergreen, eh?
Yeah. That was 1999.
Did it go the same way like the 52 does now?
Yes. Okay. It did. It went west on James McKevitt, and then it turned right and went down Evergreen Street, and then came back on Shawnee Drive, and that's the Route 52 Shawnee Drive. And when it came back on Shawnee Drive, what I was doing at that time, all the buses were out of Anderson. There was no Fish Creek Station.
Yeah.
So the Route 95 was going straight through where that house is, at Fish Creek Station. The road actually went right through that house, literally. That's funny.
It's funny how everything has changed so much.
I'll tell ya. I can't believe I was driving a bus that went right through that house.
You look back at when you
Yeah, good to see you.
when you go to Fish Creek, you're like, wow, I drove through that
Yeah,
house.
absolutely.
Like when you're on 12, you must see it.
Yeah. Like when the 52 comes down the hill on Shawnee Drive and pulls into Fish Creek Station. What I would do on the 95, there was no station there. I went straight through. If you walk over to the back of, you stay at the top on the north side of that building. It's called. There's a little thing there called a pavilion. You can look at some birds and stuff, like pictures. And right by that pavilion, if you walk over to the edge, you can look over and you can see the road where they cut the road, where it used to come through Fish Creek Station. That's the one I used to drive on. That's so funny.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's funny how you look back at it now and there's a train station there.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, that's right.
When's the last bus for 78, I wonder, through the night? 78?
Yeah.
Probably around 12 something.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
It is shuttle though, so.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It goes to shuttle about 6 something.
Oh, okay, yeah, just after 1800. That I didn't know. But they still have the signs out there. Because in the summer of 2000, with this virus, is she on my bus? In the summer of 2000 with this virus, they canceled the 178. So they implemented it last fall, but they didn't take the signs down to say it was canceled.
Hey,
Hi.
thank
No,
you.
you're very
I
welcome.
forgot my ticket.
Oh, that's okay. Do you need another one?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's funny, Ethan. Like right here. I'll show you the sign I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know what sign it is. It's orange, it's big.
Right here. That little sign.
Oh
Right there,
yeah.
The little sign that says 178 is canceled.
No, it's not.
No, they implemented it again in the fall of 2020.
And they brought 160. No, was 168 and 167 running in the summer?
Just give me a second. No, I think they canceled those ones as well.
Because they brought it back in August though. The
Okay,
168, 67.
That's right.
Thank
There
you,
we go.
sir.
Oh, you're very
Thank you.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
So did they just keep the 78 because 178, 78 both go to Chaparral? Is that why they canceled one?
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Why would they have 2 routes that go there, like the exact same way? I don't get it.
The reason they have 2 routes that go there is one's reverse of the other. The 178 will always go a reverse of the 78. So when somebody gets to the station, especially if they know the time is 178, it's closer to their house. Then they don't have to ride all the way through the whole route, right?
On 78.
Right. So that's why they do that.
You've done the 178 a few
A
times.
lot of times, yeah, a lot. A whole lot. 78, 178, 14.
Did you ever get a 7600 on 178 before?
Yes, quite a bit actually. If you go back years ago, yes. So,
They must have been pretty good because they were newer.
they were okay. The heating, everything was just okay. The heating system was okay.
On this bus, it's not great.
Not on this one. No, this for some reason the heating system isn't working.
Did the driver notify you about that?
Yes, he did. So I'll have to tell the driver who relieves me and see if they can get that fixed.
The ramp on this bus is kind of in rough shape.
Yeah, that's it. It's a good bus, otherwise, it's just the heating system.
And you see where you go to sit down, it's all eat away there, right?
That's right.
That happens over time, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. There we are. Okay, you take care.
Good, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Have a nice afternoon.
Will they put new coating on it if they have to repair the, rust or anything? Or like if it's eating away and things are opening up?
To the best of my knowledge, they don't.
Oh.
Only if they're refurbishing a bus completely. Otherwise, they don't do anything to it.
Is this one refurbished yet? No.
I wouldn't say not far. What they do is periodically, like we were saying, rebuild the motor of the transmission and do the brakes. But they don't, generally speaking, they won't touch the body if they don't have to.
But I mean, if it's really bad off and they want to get more life.
They have, on a rare occasion, touched the body. I remember once on a Jimmy, actually several Jimmies, they were using metal plates they cut out the rust and just put metal plates in. So they weren't really fixing the body, they were just cosmetically doing the rust.
They were not bad for rust, the Jimmies.
No, they weren't. They were actually very good.
Like, you look at one now, it's in pristine condition, the inside.
That's right.
The motor's a little rusty. No wonder, though. 46 to 40 years on some of them.
Oh,
No.
yeah, exactly.
I don't think you could run these 79s for 40 years either, right?
Oh, no, not that long, no. No, unless you completely take a vehicle down to
You would have to gut the whole bus.
Right, that's what I just said. Unless you take a vehicle right down to the frame and
No, you know, repaint it with the exact same color it is now. Strip the interior.
Yeah.
Put a brand new Cummins in, just like this one.
Right.
Rebuild the motor, make it look brand new.
That's right.
Wouldn't that be something, though, eh? To look at one all done up.
Yeah. Well, it's like vehicles. Sometimes people will take them and totally restore them.
7921 is red, though.
79 what?
21 is red.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Must have repainted it or something. It's the only red 7900 we have, and we have in this fleet.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that's right.
You've driven that bus a few times, I imagine.
Yes.
How many liters of diesel do you think these buses take?
About 300.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, no, it would have to be that.
Yeah. Because if they're driving like 22 hours a day, some of them.
That's right, yeah. This one's not much less.
When do you see some of our shuttles we have now? When do you think they'll be gone?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It depends on, like how long they want to keep rebuilding the motor and transmission, I guess.
When you put 523,000 plus on it, you're getting up there.
Yeah, that's right. But I guess as long as the body's okay, they can also put in a brand new motor and transmission.
But you know what I noticed? Like when they get up to 500,000, a lot of the shuttle drivers told me they start to break down after the 500,000
Well,
mark.
that's what I was saying to you. The motor is too small to put that many kilometers on. You just can't do it.
Like you could push it if you wanted to. But I mean, it's not really worth it if you're gonna have a breakdown every couple months.
Exactly.
Like how often would these break down after a rebuild? Maybe a breakdown maybe a breakdown a few times a year.
Right. That's right.
Maybe just once or twice if you're lucky.
Exactly. Not that often. But boy, I tell you, we start putting 500,000
On the shuttles especially.
Yeah.
But I find the diesel ones are better. They last longer.
Yes, they do, yeah. No, those are a lot better.
You know, we still have our 2013 shuttles.
Wow.
3 or 4 or 5 of them are still active.
Wow.
One I was on had 550,000 on it.
Oh, man.
See, that's why when you start to push it, right? Do you think they could go to $1 million if they wanted to?
Boy, I guess if you wanted to keep,
If they kept breaking down, though, here's what I would do. I would just get rid of them.
yeah, exactly. Because it's at a certain point, it's not worth it to keep putting the money in.
Unless the motor is still good, right?
Yeah. Or you want to replace the motor and transmission.
Or you know what? If the body is still good, then I might want to,
Right, replace the motor and transmission.
He must be 15. No, 52. That always screws me because I'm used to seeing a shuttle on there.
Yeah. Now you're getting off here?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be back on soon. Yep. Sorry about that. See you later, George.
Sure will.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.